what's up, y'all? You like the little change of pace there? We're just right in the gym as soon as the video kicks off. You know what I'm saying? We're hitting legs today. If you guys remember last time, we did a high volume leg day. We're doing the same thing this time, except we're trying to beat our previous numbers. So instead of the 110-pound dumbbell for doing these little front squats, we grabbed the 120-pound dumbbell. So we're already up 10 pounds in weight. Sorry for this view, guy. You got a nice little view of my my balding head, which is actually not that bald. It just looks like it because of the lighting. And my round glutes. But I think we got 13 reps on this first set of dumbbell front squats. We also have the heels elevated, and we did 4 sets of that total before moving on to some nice front squats with our heel elevated as well. And for some reason in the app it says cyclist squats, but I mean, I'm assuming it's the same thing. Maybe it's just because your heels are elevated on the front squat. But nonetheless, we are resting 45 seconds in between all of these sets for every single exercise in this workout. I think we got about 12 reps with just the one plate. If I probably would have kicked it off with some front squats, I'd usually go from 95 pounds to a plate to 185 to 225 and then kind of go from there. That's usually about where I stop on front squats. But we are just getting in that freaking work. We are getting in that freaking volume to have some gorilla freaking thighs popping out the sides of those little shorts, you know what I'm saying? And then when the striations get nice and ready, when I get lean enough, man, I'm going to be having veins popping out my hamstrings and my butt cheeks and my calves, you know what I'm saying? But not to get graphic with you guys, but hey, honestly, that's what we're going for. Like, if we can go to 8-10% body fat, that'd be sweet. But, after those front squats, you guys just saw the video where we did some leg press. We did 3 sets of that with about 4 plates on each side. So pretty lightweight, just to go in again for about 12-15, trying to beat our numbers from last week. Last week, we actually did the machine press. So we did some real leg press today for the haters of the machine leg press. I don't like it either. And then we moved on to some hamstrings, right? Last week we did a different machine. We finally got our machine of choice. We are pumping those hammies. And I think we got 15 barely on that last rep. And then we moved on to some quad extensions after letting the quads rest up a bit during those hamstrings. And we got some moderate weight on there. I think I was supposed to get 10-10 and then 15-15 as far as the rep scheme for this exercise. I think I ended up going a little bit too light. So I think I was supposed to get 10. I think I got like 13 or so here. So maybe next time I'll increase the weight and then decrease the weight on the last sets. All right, what a freaking day. Today was a long one. Today kicked my ass. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. We got up at about 6:30. We got ready for work. We dropped Kodak off at daycare. We went to work. Today we had an in-person training in which they flew in a bunch of people, a bunch of sales enablement people, a bunch of marketing people. So it was a normal work day with meetings for the first half of the day, and then the second half of the day was this training session. Tomorrow we also have the training session, but today I didn't get off work until about 5:15, which wasn't that late, but Kodak's daycare closed at 7 p.m. So I had to hustle from work to the gym to stretch, to do the leg workout that you guys saw. And now we just picked up Kodak. I think one of these days I'm gonna film dropping off Kodak at Pappy's Pet Lodge and picking him up because it's pretty funny. He freaks out a little bit when I drop him off because he has social anxiety, and then he's really excited when I pick him up. But nonetheless, you guys can probably see him here in the corner. He's just snoozing. This is his go-to spot, the corner of the couch, and he's got his little Huskies blanket, and I got my little 49ers blanket, so it's all good. But we got some dinner. Honestly, this is probably the least appetizing dinner I've had since I started counting macros. I guess it's really not that different from the other meals I've had, but we got a little thing of minute rice in there. We got 4 ounces of cooked ground beef. Of course, it's natural and organic and grass-fed, whatever that scientifically means. It's probably just normal grass-fed or normal ground beef. I don't know, science. And then again, we are slipping on the fats, so we had to make a little salad and put a bunch of olive oil and a little bit of balsamic vinegar in there, which means for my last meal of the day, we're gonna have a bunch of protein, not so many carbs, and a little bit of fats to get in. But
As a matter of fact, I think I'll just show y'all what my last meal is gonna look like. All right, peace. All right, what's up, y'all? It is about 8:15 p.m. We just hopped out of the shower. We're sipping on a little bit of Sprite Zero. Of course, 0 calories across the board, 0 protein, 0 carbs, but we have one more meal to get in so we can hit our macros for the day. We have about 37 grams of protein to hit, 3 grams of carbs, and about 16 or so grams of fat. I'll have to double check my app, but we're about to put something together right now and then walk Kodak and then eat this and then probably edit this video and go to bed. I'll show y'all what we're working with. All right, y'all, we got a little protein shake action. This is 50 grams of Muscle Milk Whey protein powder, which puts us 1 gram over on our proteins for the day and 2 grams over for the carbs for the day. And now we have a bunch of fats. How are we gonna get a bunch of fats without any more carbs or proteins? Oh yeah, you guessed it. We are gonna take a shot of some EVOO. All right, I don't know if you guys can see this, but hopefully you can. This is actually some pretty dang good quality olive oil. It's supposed to be all from Italy. It's not super expensive, but it's definitely more expensive than just like the whatever cheapest olive oil you can find. And as you can see, I mean, like, if you want some oil at the end of the day, if you want some good fats, you know, it's 13 grams of fat, 0 protein, 0 carbs. And so instead of taking a shot, maybe this is gross, but we're just gonna freaking dump it straight into the protein shake and measure this thing out. And guys, this ends up being perfect, right? So I have 13 grams of fats to get in for me to hit my macros, despite being 1 gram over for protein and 2 grams over for carbs. And look, a serving or a tablespoon of this olive oil, which is 15 milliliters, has 13 grams of fat. So now we just have to make sure the scale is zeroed out. We have to make sure that it is in the milliliter as far as the quantity. And we're just gonna go until we have a serving, or in this case, 15 milliliters of olive oil. Maybe this will taste terrible, but like honestly, like fuck it. We're just gonna try it out. It's the end of the day. We need a few more milli vanillis. What do we say, 15 milliliters, right? I just wanna make sure I don't go over. Maybe this will be absolutely terrible. Olive oil and vanilla whey protein shake. But I mean, shoot, if this is what I gotta do to hit my goals, I mean, I could slam this in about 2 seconds. I guess I'll let y'all know how it tastes. All right, y'all. We just got back from taking Kodak for a walk. Now it is about 8:50 and I'm about to slam this shake. You guys saw what I put in there. It's literally just whey protein powder and olive oil. We blended it up. We got the little Ninja smoothie blender. It's pretty good. I mean, I usually make smoothies, but I put like real ingredients there, like fruit and I don't know, literally anything else besides olive oil, fruit, oatmeal, bananas, whey protein powder, peanut butter, peanuts. I usually put spinach up in there. Maybe I could have threw some spinach in there. I don't know what the macros are of spinach, but you guys get the point. But this is a unique case, obviously. Let's see how it tastes. Honestly, I don't even taste the olive oil. Don't even taste the olive oil at all. I think that's a new hack. At the end of the day, if you have like a random amount of protein, fats, carbs, do whey protein for protein, do olive oil for fats, of course, and then maybe what's something else we could do for carbs? Do honey, right? If you only have X amount of those 3 different ingredients respectively, if there's something like normal you can eat, like cottage cheese with blueberries and honey and something normal, like that's fine. But if it's random like this, or maybe I just gotta plan better, I don't know. But anyways, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna see y'all later. If you made it to this point in this video, you're a freaking real one. I appreciate you. And we'll check in with y'all next time. All right, peace.